What if there was a way that you could have somebody else for free make all your home care marketing material for you? Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss how to use AI to attract and get high-paying private pay home care clients. Let's get right into the video so I can show you guys what to do. So the first thing that you need to do is we can't just ask, ChatGPT, make me home care marketing material, right? So because that's way too generic, it doesn't have much background information, and it needs that in order to give you the best information, the best answer possible. So what we need to do is we need to train our AI so that way it believes it's a home care marketer, and we give it the necessary information that it needs so that way it can put out some really good copy that can help us attract private pay clients. So, and just FYI, I'm going to be using the free version of ChatGPT so that way it's applicable to pretty much almost everybody. However, you can use the paid version and get similar, if not maybe slightly better answers, but there's no need to use the paid version if you don't want to. So how exactly do we train ChatGPT in this case? So to do that, what we need to do is we need to give it an initial prompt, and this prompt is going to help train the AI so that way it knows exactly what kind of information to give us. I'm going to have all the prompts that I use in this video in a pinned post on my Facebook group, Digital Marketing for Non-Medical Home Care Agencies. So if you join that group, you're going to be able to see these prompts exactly, and then you can exactly copy and paste them to ChatGPT. So overall, what this initial prompt is pretty much saying your name is Home Care Bot, you're a master at copywriting, you know the ins and out, and you're an expert marketer for home care agencies. And then you want to give it the job. Your task is to help, your home care agency to generate calls for people looking for home care. And then we want to give it steps. So step 1 is I'm going to give you all the information on the target demographic. Step 2 is I'm going to tell you their dream outcomes. And step 3, I'm going to tell you their pain points. And then every step after that, I'm going to ask you a question, and then you're going to always refer to the information that I give you in these 3 steps when you generate your response. And I also say that you're not going to sound like a bot. You're going to speak with a touch of care and compassion, and you're also going to be professional as well. So then it's going to reply with, I understand, my name is Home Care Bot. You can name it whatever you want. And then it's going to ask you to please provide me with the information on the target demographic. So we're going to put in the target demographic now. Put in the target demographic of older adults age 40 and up. I'm not going to bore you with the details. And now it's asking for the dream outcome that they want for their senior parents. So I'm going to have this dream outcome here. So based off the research I've done, this is a pretty good sum of what they want. Obviously, you can make adjustments to this dream outcome if you wish. If you want to add things, if you want to take out some things, feel free to do that as well. But this is a good summary of their dream outcome. And then now it's going to tell me, asking for the pain they want to avoid. And then this is pretty much the problems that they want to avoid. And we're going to paste that here. Again, this is all going to be available if you join the Facebook group. And then they're going to say, great, I have a clear understanding of your target demographic, the dream outcome, and the pain they want to avoid. And now whatever prompts that we give it, it's going to give us so much better answers than if we simply just entered it into regular old ChatGPT. The very first place I would want to start out with when it comes to attracting private pay clients is the quality of your website. So making sure that when people do get onto your website, they are more likely to trust your business and to call. So one thing we want to do is have a prompt that says generate compelling service descriptions. So now it's going to generate, website content that we could possibly use. So that way we could put it on our site and people will see that, oh, this is a home care agency that's not generic. We don't sound like every other home care agency, and that I want to work with because they understand my dream outcome and my pains. So you can see here how it actually is incorporating, different things from the prompts that we trained it at. If we just did it as a generic, prompt with regular old ChatGPT, we get the most generic things that just talk about me. They don't really discuss the customer's needs and things like that. So now we can go even deeper. So let's say we have specific services that we want descriptions for. So I said, write 3 variations of service descriptions for each of our services, 1 being personal care, 2 being companion care, 3 being living care. Keep it under 150 words. And then it gives us 3 variations of different things that we could do. These are not going to always be perfect, of course. You want to make sure that you read them and make sure that they're good and make sure that you like them. Let's say there's one that we like, but it's kind of generic, or it's not exactly the way we want it. We can tell ChatGPT to make it a little bit more personable, add a little bit of a better tone. But we can say, take all the variation to descriptions and ensure that it highlights the dream outcome and how we can help them avoid the pain. Add an emotional touch as well. So now they're going to do that. Here we're saying exactly their pain point, and then we're making it known that, hey, your pain is going to be alleviated and things like that. So you can see here, and you can get good descriptions as well that you can of course modify a little bit and then put it right onto your website. So that's just only one way. We just went through run prompt, and you can go as deep as you want. Let's say you're doing SEO, you've done everything else. You can then do blog posts, for example. So you can just say, hey, give me 5 blog post ideas and can give me an outline with each blog post. It's going to give you blog post ideas that's going to be related to the dream outcome and the pain point. So I like the first one that they gave. Here, navigating the challenges between balancing work and caregiving. So here it says the introduction, the main points. So I like the first point better. So I just said, I like point number 1, make a 500-word blog post about it. So then now it's going to create a 500-word blog post about it, and then also add a call to action as well. Of course, now you don't want to just copy and paste this onto your website. You want to read it and then make sure that it makes sense, that it all works out. And also you want to add in some of your own information too, but you can imagine that this can save you hours and possibly money as well from hiring, an SEO person to write blog posts for you, when you can just get ChatGPT to do most of the heavy lifting. So let's say you're doing SEO and you want to do meta descriptions. You can say, hey, give me 3 SEO optimized meta descriptions for a page talking about personal care. And then it's going to give you a good meta description that includes the words personal care and different things as well that of course related to step 1 through. So that's with online, but what about offline as well? You can ask it to write a compelling brochure that you're going to give out in assisted living facilities. So let's write a prompt that tells ChatGPT to do that. Give me 3 variations of compelling copy I can put on a brochure that gives people more information about my company, and I can help them get their dream outcome and avoid their pain. The target audience are current residents in an assisted living home. Now, ChatGPT is going to make a copy that is focused on people who are in assisted living homes. You can make our brochure copy more targeted towards that. Of course, you want to read it and then change things. Like I probably wouldn't say look no further, and then just say our mission is to empower seniors like you to live at home. How we can help. We can achieve your dream lifestyle, things like that, and then experience the difference. We can get so much ideas that we could use for our home care agency. So the next way that to use it, and how I use it a lot, is to create compelling Google ad headlines. For example, I talk about in a lot of my videos how the location plus the target keywords works well for your Google ads. So I can say something like, we can write something like, give me 10 Google ad headlines, 30 characters or unders, that gets people who are interested in my services to click and call my agency. Here's an example of a good Google ad headline, Chicago Home Care Services, because that is an example of a headline that would perform well on Google Ads. So then it's going to give you some headlines that we could use. So you can say, oh, in-home support services. I didn't think of adding a support service. 24/7 care seniors. And then if you want them to be more unique, just say make them more unique, and then see what it gives you. Don't be afraid to push the system to the absolute limit. So for example, nurturing care for seniors, that's a good one. Care tailored to you, it's kind of generic, but home happiness guaranteed, that's actually not that bad. I can do that. And then I could say also make headlines that talk about avoiding the pain. So then it's going to talk about headlines that talk about taking away the pain that they're feeling. So ease your family's burden, relieve caregiving stress, say goodbye to worries. These are pretty good headlines that we could use when it comes to running Google Ads. Okay, and then one of the last ways I'll get into in this video is having the bot create something that can be used to collect reviews from your current clients and get testimonials. So you can simply just ask, make 3 variations of ways I can ask a client for a 5-star review on Google. So then it's going to give you options and things like that. Okay, so now I wanted to make it a little bit more specific. So I said, mention how we help them get the dream outcome and how they can help others as well. And then it could say, hey, we're through to help you achieve your desired outcome. So now that it kept saying desired outcome, so I said, instead of saying desired outcome, say what I told you in part two. So that means refer to what I told you in part two to gain peace of mind. So to gain peace of mind, I would just take out the feel rejuvenated, share your 5-star experience with us. That you could always replace it with seeing that you got the care you need, your mom's happy, things like that. It brings us immense joy. Your positive review on Google could be the catalyst for someone else to experience the same level of care and support. Would you consider us leaving a 5-star review? So those are just some simple ways that you can use AI for your home care marketing material. So for those who don't know me, my name's Aaron. I'm a home care digital marketer that helps home care agencies get private pay home care clients. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well and subscribe if you liked this type of content. And if you want to see another video where I use AI specifically for Google Ads, take a look at the video on screen right now just to see how I did just that.